The war had been going badly for 3 long years. The aliens from the Galactic Council thought humans were weak and easy to defeat. They had burned human colonies across the galaxy and taken millions of people as slaves. The Council was made up of 3 powerful alien races who had never lost a war before. They laughed when human diplomats asked for peace. They thought Earth was just another small planet they could conquer easily, but the aliens had made a terrible mistake. They did not know what humans were truly capable of when pushed into a corner. Captain Jack Morgan stood on the bridge of his ship, the USS Blackstar. He was a tall man with gray hair and tired eyes that had seen too much suffering. For months he had watched reports of destroyed colonies and captured civilians. Every report made him angrier, but he kept his emotions hidden. Today was the day humans would finally strike back. The Blackstar was not like other human warships. While the aliens had been attacking, Earth's best scientists had been building something special. They created weapons that bent the rules of space and time itself. The Blackstar carried technology so advanced that even human engineers barely understood how it all worked. It was humanity's secret weapon, and Jack Morgan was chosen to command it. "Captain, all systems are ready," said Lieutenant Lisa Bennett from her station. She was young but skilled, and her fingers moved quickly across the glowing controls. "The quantum drives are at full power. All weapons are armed and waiting for your orders." Jack nodded slowly. "What about the rest of our fleet?" Commander Kyle Harper stepped forward holding a datapad. He was Jack's second in command and had served with him for 10 years. "We have 12 battle cruisers, 40 destroyers, and 60 frigates ready to fight. But sir, the alien armada has 4 times as many ships as we do." Jack smiled, but there was no humor in it. "They are counting ships, Kyle. They should be counting firepower instead." The plan was simple but dangerous. The aliens had built a huge base in the Arcturus star system. Their top commander was there, controlling all their military operations. Jack was going to take the Blackstar straight into that system and attack the base directly. When the aliens saw what the Blackstar could do, they would panic and send every ship to destroy it. That was when the rest of the human fleet would attack the alien supply lines and reinforcements. "Set course for Arcturus," Jack ordered. "Maximum speed." "Yes, sir," replied Ensign Greg Palmer at the helm station. "We will arrive in 4 hours." The Blackstar jumped forward through space, moving faster than light itself. The stars outside turned into long streaks of white light. Jack walked to the front window and stared out at the rushing stars. He thought about all the people who had died, all the families torn apart by the alien invasion. The Council had ignored every peace offer and treated humans like insects to be crushed. Now they would learn why humans had survived every disaster their own planet had thrown at them over millions of years. A communication came through from Admiral Clark Hayes, who commanded the carrier ship Defiance. His old face appeared on the main screen. "Jack, the other battle groups are in position. Once you start fighting, we will hit their supply routes and cut them off." "Are you sure about this plan?" Jack looked directly at the Admiral. "The Blackstar was built exactly for this mission, sir. When they see what this ship can do, every alien ship in the sector will come after us. That is when you attack them from behind. Good luck, Captain. Make them sorry they ever heard about Earth." The screen went dark. Jack returned to his command chair and looked around at his crew. They were scared but determined. They knew the odds were against them, but they also knew they were fighting for their homes and families. "Attention all crew members," Jack said into the ship's communication system. "In 4 hours we will reach Arcturus. The aliens think they know how strong we are. They think they have measured us and found us weak, but they have never fought a species that climbed up from the bottom of the food chain on a dangerous planet. They have never seen what happens when you corner a predator. Today we show them that humans do not just survive. We fight back harder than anyone expects. Get ready for battle." The crew cheered loudly and the sound echoed through every corridor of the massive ship. 4 hours passed quickly. The Blackstar dropped out of light speed at the edge of the Arcturus system. Immediately, alarms began ringing all over the bridge. "Enemy contact," shouted Lieutenant Danny West from the weapons station. "I am reading 473 alien ships. They are forming up for battle." Jack leaned forward in his chair. "Have they seen us yet?" "Yes, sir. They are sending us a message. Put it on screen." The display flickered and showed a huge alien warrior covered in armor that looked like insect shells. This was Fleet Commander Thazric, the leader of the alien forces. His multiple eyes focused on Jack with what looked like amusement. Human ship. You will shut down your weapons and prepare to be captured. Your foolish resistance will be punished. Surrender now and we will kill you quickly instead of slowly. Jack stood up and straightened his uniform. Commander Thazric, I am Captain Jack Morgan of the USS Blackstar. You have one chance to leave human space right now. If you stay, I will destroy every single one of your ships. There was silence for a moment. Then Thazric started laughing, a horrible clicking sound that hurt to hear. One ship threatens 400? Your species is crazy. Fine, human. You will die first and we will use your ship as a trophy. We will see about that, Jack said and cut off the communication. He turned to his crew with cold determination in his eyes. Lisa, power up the singularity cannon. Kyle, get the gravity mines ready. Danny, load torpedo tubes 1 through 16 with quantum warheads. Greg, plot a course straight through the middle of their fleet. Commander Harper looked worried. Sir, flying through their formation is suicide. No, Kyle, Jack replied calmly. That is war. Do it now. The Blackstar shot forward, accelerating to attack speed in just seconds. The alien fleet opened fire with hundreds of weapons. Plasma bolts and missiles streaked through space toward the lone human ship. Defensive shields active, Lisa reported. Armor holding strong. Shields at 92%. Return fire, Jack ordered quietly. What happened next shocked every alien commander watching. The Blackstar's main weapon, the singularity cannon, fired for the first time in actual combat. A sphere of twisted space shot from the front of the ship. It grew larger as it flew toward the alien ships. When it hit the alien formation, space itself seemed to scream. The sphere exploded and created a temporary black hole that lasted only 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, 47 alien warships were sucked into nothing. Their hulls crumpled like paper as impossible gravity forces ripped them apart. The alien fleet stopped moving, confusion spreading through their ranks. That moment of hesitation killed them. Release the gravity mines, Jack commanded. The Blackstar scattered hundreds of small spheres throughout the enemy ships, each mine activated at the same time, creating gravity wells that pulled ships off course. Alien vessels crashed into each other or spun helplessly in space. Fire all torpedoes! Missiles launched from the Blackstar and phased in and out of normal space. They appeared inside alien ships, bypassing all shields and armor. The warheads exploded in the enemy reactor cores. Huge explosions lit up the darkness of space like deadly fireworks. They are breaking apart, Danny shouted. The enemy formation is falling apart. Do not let them regroup, Jack said. Lisa, keep firing the singularity cannon at different targets. Kyle, use the railguns continuously. Show them what human engineering can really do. The Blackstar cut through the alien fleet like a hot knife through butter. Every weapon fired in perfect coordination, and alien ships exploded by the dozens. Jack had planned this battle for months, running it through computer simulations hundreds of times. The aliens had numbers, but humans had something better. They had the ability to create weapons that the enemy could not imagine or defend against. Captain, the orbital fortress is charging its main weapon, Lisa warned. They are targeting us with their planet killer cannon. Jack smiled grimly. Let them shoot. Greg, on my command, do an emergency quantum jump. Put us directly behind that fortress. The massive cannon on the space station fired. A beam of pure energy powerful enough to destroy a planet shot toward the Blackstar. The human ship stayed in place until the last possible second. Now, Jack shouted. The Blackstar vanished, tearing a hole through space itself. The energy beam passed through empty space where the ship had been. 1 second later, the Blackstar appeared behind the fortress with all guns pointed at the station's reactor section. Fire everything we have, Jack said coldly. The fortress never had a chance. Every weapon on the Blackstar fired at once, overwhelming the station's shields and armor in one devastating attack. The fortress exploded like a small sun, sending debris flying in all directions. On the planet below, in the prison camps where captured humans were being held, thousands of people looked up as their prison suddenly ceased to exist. The Blackstar turned its attention back to the remaining alien ships. By now, the enemy fleet was in complete chaos. Ships tried to escape in every direction while their commanders screamed orders that nobody followed. Fear had taken over where discipline once ruled. Sir, we are getting distress calls from the alien fleet, Danny reported from his station. They want permission to retreat and leave the system. No, Jack said without emotion. They wanted war. Now they are getting exactly what they asked for. The battle continued for another hour. The Blackstar hunted down fleeing ships one by one. Each time an alien vessel tried to escape, the human warship appeared in front of it and opened fire. The aliens had come to Arcturus with almost 500 ships. Now less than 100 remained, and those were badly damaged and desperate to survive. Just as the last groups of alien ships prepared to make their final run for safety, space itself rippled with new arrivals. Hundreds of fresh enemy vessels dropped out of faster than light speed. The bridge crew of the Blackstar tensed as their sensors identified the newcomers. "Captain, we have new contacts jumping into the system," Lisa said with worry in her voice. "Multiple signatures. It is the Zelthari and Voruum fleets. They are coming to help the aliens we have been fighting." "How many ships?" Jack asked calmly. 600 ships combined, sir. Even with all our advanced weapons, we cannot fight the entire Galactic Council fleet alone." Jack stood up from his command chair. His face showed no fear, only determination. "We do not need to defeat them all, Lisa. We just need to break their will to fight. Target the flagship of each new fleet. I want every single weapon focused on their command vessels only." Kyle looked at his captain with concern. "Sir, if we do that, we will leave ourselves open to attack from every other ship." "That is exactly the point," Jack replied. "They need to see what happens when they challenge us directly. They need to understand that targeting us means death." The Zelthari flagship was called the Infinite Reach. It was a massive dreadnought twice the size of the Blackstar. Its commander was High Admiral Vexthal, a military genius who had conquered 17 different star systems and never lost a single battle. He watched his tactical display with growing alarm as the lone human ship tore through what remained of the first alien fleet. "What kind of vessel is this?" he demanded from his tactical officer. "We do not know, High Admiral. Their weapons use gravity manipulation and quantum technology. Our shields were not designed to stop such attacks. They may not protect us." "Impossible," Vexthal said. "No species can develop such advanced technology in the short time humans have had spaceflight. Prepare all weapons. When they attack us, I want overwhelming firepower ready." The Blackstar accelerated directly toward the Infinite Reach, completely ignoring the hundreds of ships surrounding it. The Zelthari and Voruum fleets opened fire together. Thousands of weapons lit up space, all aimed at the single human vessel. But the Blackstar's defenses held strong. Shields flickered but did not fail. Armor burned away but grew back. Point defense lasers shot down incoming missiles with perfect accuracy. "We are in range," Danny announced. "Firing Singularity Cannon now." The shot hit the Infinite Reach's forward shields. For a moment it seemed like the huge ship would survive. Then the shields collapsed completely and the Singularity expanded. It tore a massive hole in the dreadnought's front section. Air and debris rushed out into space, carrying bodies with it. "Hull breach on decks 1 through 20, the Zelthari tactical officer reported in panic. "We have lost all primary weapons. Shields are failing everywhere." High Admiral Vexthal stared in disbelief. His flagship, the most powerful warship in the Zelthari military, had been crippled with one shot. "All ships focus all fire on that vessel. Destroy it immediately!" But the Blackstar was already moving again. Its quantum drives carried it past the crippled Infinite Reach toward the Voruum command ship. The Voruum were a warrior race who prided themselves on close combat and ramming tactics. They were about to learn that old tactics meant nothing against an enemy who could bend space itself. The Blackstar released another wave of gravity mines. The Voruum battle formation collapsed as ships were pulled off course. Vessels collided with each other, creating chain reactions of explosions. Their command ship, named the Blood Oath, tried to ram the Blackstar in a traditional Voruum attack. But the human vessel simply phased out of normal space for 1 second. The Blood Oath passed harmlessly through empty space where its target had been. The Voruum commander, War Chief Krenak, roared in anger. "Cowards! Fight us with honor like true warriors." "Captain Morgan is sending a message to all enemy ships," Lisa reported. "Broadcast it to every vessel in the system," Jack ordered. Jack's face appeared on thousands of screens throughout the alien fleets. He looked calm, almost relaxed, which somehow made his words more terrifying than if he had been shouting. "Attention all Galactic Council forces. You invaded human space because you thought we were weak. You burned our colonies, enslaved our people, and ignored our warnings. I want you to understand something important about humanity. We do not fight wars to prove we are strong. We do not fight for territory or glory. We fight wars to end them permanently." He gestured to the tactical display behind him, showing the wreckage of hundreds of destroyed alien ships floating in space. "The USS Blackstar is one ship, just one. But we have 50 more just like it being built right now. We have weapons you cannot imagine. We have technology you will not understand until it is tearing your fleets apart. You have one chance to end this war. Leave all human territory immediately. Release all prisoners. Pay for the damage you caused to our colonies, or we will come to your homeworlds and show you what total war means to a species that spent thousands of years fighting itself. The transmission ended. Silence fell across the battlefield. Every alien commander had to make a choice. Some wanted to keep fighting, believing their numbers would eventually win. Others had seen enough death and destruction. Then slowly, one by one, the alien ships began to retreat. First one ship turned away, then 10, then hundreds. They had come looking for easy conquest and found something they never expected. They found a species that did not just fight to survive, but fought to make sure nobody would ever threaten them again. High Admiral Vexthal sat in his damaged command chair watching his fleet withdraw. He made the call that would end his military career but save thousands of lives. All Zelthari forces begin immediate withdrawal. Send our unconditional surrender to the human fleet. War Chief Krennic was less graceful about defeat. His transmission was filled with curses and threats of future revenge. But even he ordered his warriors to retreat. The Voruum would remember this day with shame, but they would also remember it with caution and respect. Fleet Commander Thazaric, aboard one of the few surviving ships from the original force, sent a simple message. We surrender. We will meet your terms. As the enemy fleet dispersed and fled the system, Jack finally allowed himself to relax. His crew erupted in cheers. The tension of battle gave way to relief and joy. They had done the impossible. They had faced 3 alien fleets and won. What are our casualties? Jack asked Kyle. Minor injuries on 12 decks, sir. No deaths. We have damage to outer hull sections, but nothing critical. Captain, we actually did it. We defeated them. Jack nodded, but his expression remained serious. Connect me to Admiral Hayes. The Admiral's face appeared on the screen. He looked proud but also shocked. Jack, I have served in the fleet for 40 years. I have never seen anything like what you just did. You fought 3 entire alien fleets with 1 ship and won. The Blackstar is a good vessel, sir, but this is not over yet. They will go back to their leaders and plan new strategies. We need to push forward while they are still afraid of us. Agreed completely. I'm ordering all battle groups to advance immediately. We are going to take back every system they stole from us. And Jack, when this war ends, you are getting every medal we have. What you did here today changed everything. Over the following weeks, the USS Blackstar led the human counteroffensive across 12 star systems. Everywhere the ship appeared, alien forces either ran away or surrendered without fighting. The vessel became a legend. To humans, it represented hope and the strength to protect their homes. To the aliens of the Galactic Council, it became a symbol of death itself, a ship that could not be stopped or defeated. More ships of the Blackstar class began coming out of Earth's shipyards. The USS Liberty, USS Vengeance, USS Resolution, and dozens more joined the fleet. Each one was commanded by skilled officers who had proven themselves in the hardest battles. Each one struck fear into alien hearts. The war officially ended 6 months after the Battle of Arcturus. The Galactic Council signed a peace treaty that gave humanity complete independence. All occupied territory was returned. All prisoners were freed. The aliens had to pay for the damage they caused. New boundaries were established that alien ships could not cross without human permission. The galaxy had reorganized itself around a new reality. Humanity was not a weak species to be conquered. They were a power to be respected and feared. Captain Jack Morgan was promoted to admiral and given command of the entire Blackstar fleet. But he never forgot that day at Arcturus.